Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thomas Ruzbezar, author, and I want to talk about travel and writing, meaning like a lot of my work that I have written, that I have been inspired to write, has really been the result of traveling to places I've never been to, living in cities I've never lived in, and having a kind of a love affair with that place. I think that love affair with a place, with the physical, with this sense, tactile sense of a place and its food and its people and it's just the aesthetic beauty of the buildings and the location and how it affects me as a writer. I know other writers, especially one I've been reading lately. His name is V.S. Naipaul, Nobel Prize winning writer, who yes, I say a lot. It seems like I talk a lot about Nobel Prize winning writers. I do enjoy their work. I do read others, but V.S. Naipaul definitely kind of went from fiction to his later years, a lot of travel logs, a lot of investigations about where he's from, which was Trinidad and Trinidad. His Hindu background also being involved in his life and his writing, and how his father played into all that. But I think his travels all over in Africa and Middle East and the United States and the South really, inspired him to investigate, to write, to find some creative outlet for these works. And I very much would, one has to really have energy to travel, to experience different things. And it could be anything. Like, here I am in my time in my life where here I see a TikTok video or an Instagram video of this gentleman who is in a VW Westphalia and travels, and that's his home, and goes in beautiful places and has his morning cup of coffee. And I start romanticizing about a life like that, if not forever, for 6 months, for 3 months, driving up and down the, Western coast, having my writing material, my laptop, going into different cafes and bookstores, used bookstores, nature, being surrounded by nature. I think a lot of this is very, very interesting to me. It can influence my inspiration, my writing, stories can be born out of this. Also trying to, here I am writing creative fiction, fictionalized stories in the past 20 years. Maybe doing some creative nonfiction, essays, exploring different ways to write, traveling, anywhere and experiencing things that I never thought I would experience is something that I would like to look into. The idea of being able to not be in a plane, lately plane travel it just is too much. Maybe just getting in my own little camper van and doing that, seeing if I could find a cheap one and just live, like that for maybe a week at a time, and then go 2 weeks, and maybe take 3 months and go on a book tour with my books up into the, all the way up to Canada. Stop at the bookstores, used bookstores, do readings, go hang out in different places. And I think these things can spur that inspiration, that spark for a piece of writing, a novel, an essay, whatever. So I think travel and writing are inextricably, what do you think about that word? Inextricably related and tied together. And if for me, I would like to, it's almost one can't live without the other. Peace.